think in hip hop there's this stigma attached to being weak and speaking out, and obviously it's like, especially if you take battling into account, it's an ego-based sport. Like, all you do is attack that other person's ego, so people are afraid to show any weakness, and I think a lot of people think mental health is a weakness when it fucking isn't. In that respect, it's not something that people should be ashamed of. I, for one, have never shied away from having a conversation about it. I'm not embarrassed about it at all, and I don't think there is a need to be. My name's Chris Leese. I'm a rapper from Macclesfield, North West England. Been rapping for more time than I haven't been. Done loads and loads of different albums, all ranging in different concepts. I do battles. I've won loads and loads of different battles and don't flop. I got into music at a pretty early age. Warren G Regulate, Warren G and Nate Dogg Regulate, Coolio Gangsta's Paradise, all around that tender age of what, 9, 10, something like that, maybe a little bit younger. And I just remember writing a song called Crime Does Not Pay. Oh, it might have been Creme de la Creme, one of them two things. And obviously it was rubbish, but moved on from that to starting skating, rollerblading, and hung around with a good friend of mine called Ants, whose brother was a lot older than us and was really heavily into his hip hop, and that's when it started evolving, just basically as soon as I started high school. And then we were recording on tape decks and all that stuff that kids these days don't know much about.
Yo, I find situations harder in a sober state, so I take a drink and hope the pain will go away. The demon looks revolted the moment that his opponent says, Chris, you need to face up to your own mistakes. I'm a victim to these figures on my shoulder blades. I hate them equally, even though it makes conflicting interests, heightening all my lonesome ways. One's trying to sort me out, the other's trying to make me go astray. You can sink another bottle.
I can't pinpoint exactly when mental health issues started, but I'd say probably around the age of 20, 21. I mean, there's a few things that all sort of come together, and it's still with me to the present day, whether it's anxiety in certain situations, it could just be even in the supermarket or something like that. With regards to depression, I've not had that so much. I've been told that I've got it by doctors, I've been offered medication for everything, but I've chosen to basically carry on without any medication, because I don't want to end up hooked on something. Sort of giving in isn't really an option, especially when you've got a full-time job, you've got other commitments at home, and you've got a hip-hop career, I suppose, or you're trying to do something with hip-hop. It is tough. I don't think there's ever a way you're going to get it completely right, but I just make sure certain times set aside for certain things. I think having so many commitments, which I do, can bring on the stress side of things, and certainly the anxiety side of things. And I think me, in some respects, being a bit of a control freak, and having to have certain things under control. I'm a very, very organised person, so that can, I think that might be one of the underlying reasons for certainly for anxiety problems and for mental health problems as well.
You're just trying to bring me down when I'm on a high. I'm just trying to keep it cool, cause I'm not surprised. My integrity will not be compromised by reacting to these half-wits who start shit and want to fight. I'm just an honest guy, trying to lead an honest life. Got a job, got a wife, bought a house, got a drive. And to qualify, rap's a hobby I do on the side, but I still drop a guy easy when I'm jotting rhymes. Of course I'm cocky.
I think a lot of people know when they listen to someone as a rapper or as a musician that they kind of adopt a new persona, and I think hip-hop is definitely probably best instance in which that happens. With me, there's definitely a difference. I feel like I'm a completely different person either when I'm on track, when I'm on stage, compared to me when I'm at work. And I try, as I said again, it's just I do try and keep all those things separate. It's hard to put into words dealing with mental health issues on a day-to-day basis. I kind of feel like I don't deal with them on a day-to-day basis, because there can be a long time in between episodes, if you like, or whatever you want to call it. some weeks, some days you'll just be flying, feeling brilliant, and feel, you know, on top of the world. No one can touch it. And then other days it is just like, what is the point? But again, you've got to find something to channel that negative energy. And I think that's probably where hip hop's helped me, and also where having a family's helped me in a decent job, and I've got what I like to think are a really good set of mates as well. Hip hop for me is the only outlet that can help me deal with it. I've been sort of mid-panic attack before and absolutely wrapped my way out of it. But when I've been walking home or just been in a situation that I feel vulnerable in, I can just always start thinking of lyrics in my head. In many respects, it helps me forget about a lot of things that are going on. You know, some people could turn to drink and make it 10 times worse for themselves, either the next day, that night, whatever it may be. Don't get me wrong, I'll have a drink, but it's a channel, a perfect channel. To send all your emotions out through. So whether that be a battle where I get to go on a massive high and get the adrenaline from the crowd and from just being on stage, or whether it's just coming to the studio and bashing out some lyrics and actually making a song and hearing that back. That's a lot of the things my tracks are about at the moment, is this progression from how bad I was with mental health all the way into you know, it's a lot more manageable now. So there is, cliched as it sounds, light at the end of the tunnel for anyone who's suffering. You've just got to channel your energy in the right way, and I don't think there's any way better than music.